By 9 a.m. this morning, all the race teams were told their haulers have to be removed from the infield. By 9:05, the infield was lined with many fans who already started their tailgates, parties, and their predictions, which we will have the opportunity to share with you in a short while. But first, the green flag. Glad you're with us on Flow Racing. Ty Majeski brings us down for the start, and the 57th Annual Snowball Derby is green.
Outside bumper.
Majeski takes the lead, dropping under, crossover move in turn 4 already. Honeycutt wants to lead lap 1, but it's Ty Majeski, the two-time winner out front.
As they head down to 3 and 4, as we got a yellow on the racetrack.
Connor Jones has spun off turn number 4 on the first lap of this race. Said during driver introductions he wasn't quite sure how things were going to unfold. I don't think the Jones Utilities team and organization thought that this would be a possibility on the opening go-around, as he is pretty much nosed up against the inside wall.
One lap of green before the spin for Jones. Back underway in the restart zone in turn 4. Majeski with a good restart. Now it's Honeycutt. Will try to get to the bottom, but here comes the 62 of Sawalich. Looks good. Bottom lane through turn 1 and 2. Honeycutt, great run off of the second corner. As the race wears on, the tires wear, you can make that outside lane work.
For the folks at home, being a race car driver and doing this race, you always seem to find lower. It's the name of the game. We're on the apron, under the apron, hitting the inside wall, everything we could do as we got a car around. That's Nick Loden in turn 2, I believe.
Second caution of the race coming here with 14 laps in the books. Ty Majeski has been the leader since we got the race restarted following yellow number 1 in both instances, evidently involving single car spins. The left side of Loden's car looks no worse for the wear. We'll try to get a glimpse of the right side here.
This time it will be 20 laps in at the line. Majeski leading all of them so far. Back to green and underway again at the Snowball Derby.
Great launch by Majeski on the bottom side of row number 1. Here's Sawalich and Honeycutt. Looks like these two have been side by side for virtually every green flag lap that we have run so far. Honeycutt trying to make the top side work off 4, and he is going to rip the top to protect the spot. Okrezik now dives low on Sawalich.
They know how important this position is, right? Inside or outside a row or not. When we come to these, as we got a yellow, I think this was the competition caution, but we know how important these competition yellows are going to be, because the short runs, cars are going to be able to spread out pretty good.
Third caution of the race, this one coming with 225 laps to go. It's going to save Stephen Nasse from falling a lap down. Ty Majeski is the leader. You're watching live coverage of the 57th Annual Snowball Derby, presented by Flow Sports. Around a complete lap number 82. It will be 217 laps to go in the 57th Annual Snowball Derby. Time to see who hit the nail on the head in terms of adjustments, just shy of the 1/3 distance mark. Ty Majeski leads us back down to green.
Much like we had at the start of the race, Honeycutt on the outside drops low. He's going to close the door on Sawalich. But Bubba Pollard has worked his way into the 4 spot. Let's see what he has. 3 wide, look out, trouble. Gilliland somehow, Hansen saves it. 3 wide into 1. Cruz on the move on the bottom. Big pile up at the back of the field.
John Bolin, Connor Jones, Nick Loden, a handful of cars that were involved in early incidents today. Nicholas Nago, Caden Lapsevich, Billy Van Meter, all in the accordion stack up off the 4th corner. And the first major wreck of the race comes with 216 laps to go, and it has taken out several cars. Back underway in the Snowball Derby as they fly by the Buzzy Racing Speed Shot, and a bit of a stack up behind them at the tail end of the pack.
This time, everyone able to make it to turn 1 without any major issues. Majeski's back out front. Again, Honeycutt able to drop in line in 2nd. Sawalich doesn't challenge the battle for 4th. Here's Pollard taking it away. It will blow out eventually. It is rubbing hard for the lead off of turn 4. Honeycutt wants to take it from Majeski.
Honeycutt, the busiest driver here at Five Flags this weekend, said during driver introductions, this is what I've been waiting for. Not worn out by the slightest. The car's got a lot of pace. And to the lead, Caden Honeycutt off of turn number 4. He's the new pace setter as we complete lap number 90 of 300.
As We have a slowdown on the racetrack. The yellow lights come on for Lapcevich. Straighten Lapcevich with problems, was up against the outside retaining wall. Window net is down. Not sure if he made much contact, but it looks like a mechanical failure for Lapcevich. Ready for a restart. 124 on the board. Caden Honeycutt, the leader, back to green at the Snowball Derby.
Yeah, absolute heartbreak for Okrezik down on pit road. Now watching this restart transpire. Contact with David Gillen, the 98 into Butcher, but now battled for the lead as they head down into 3. Majeski holding tight, trying to get back that lead against a Honeycutt.
Who wants control of this race? We're about to find out. Majeski to the top side, the leader by inches as he tries to pin Honeycutt down to get a good run off turn 2. And William Sawalich joins the fight. 3 cars under a blanket, battling for the lead at the Derby.
As you get a little more wear on the tires and the race goes a little bit longer and rubber's put out there, you can make that outside lane work and you can run side by side for a while, and that's what Majeski is doing. We saw a wiggle, stayed in the throttle, starting to lose grasp now of the lead. Caden Honeycutt maybe ready to take it back away. Sawalich looking for an opening.
Yeah, hourglass is running out for Majeski. He's got about a lap-ish more of trying to hold on as he's going to get back in line, but really, really good job to be able to hold off. That's about the amount of time, you know, once the tires get back hot after a cool down on a restart, that they can make it work on the top with momentum. But the second you lose the momentum, the inside prevails. Really lucky to get back down in front of Sawalich right there.
Dustin Smith started his 2nd consecutive Snowball Derby here with a 23rd place starting effort, as we've got a caution on the speedway. This will be yellow number 6. And it is for Cole Butcher. One of the front runners has come to a stop off turn 2. Butcher had been running up towards the top 10 pretty much all race long.
Sammy Smith lurking just outside of the top 5, driving as a teammate to the guy right in front of him, the white 26 of Bubba Pollard, ready for the restart.
Oh, and Pollard gets stacked up. Everybody survives for now. And the restart is going to stand. Majeski does not get the launch on the top side. Honeycutt to the lead off turn 2 for the moment.
Scary moment coming off of 4 for a restart. We've had a few of those here today. This time we may have avoided disaster as Honeycutt's out front. Majeski drops in line. Sawalich follows.
O'Raz climbing to the top 5 for the first time today. Got around Chandler Smith on the right side of the 2 car. Smith showing a little bit of smoke there on the entrance turn 1. Bubba Pollard knocking on the doors. Majeski gets the fender to the inside of Honeycutt for the lead.
Move by Majeski to take the top spot. So now we know that Majeski's car lasts a little long.
You see Derek Thorne, obviously really strong, as Jace Hansen now new leader of the Snowball Derby.
Well, he went for it on 4th down and he made the move in turn 1 and 2. Jace Hansen out front. 109 laps to go. At some point in this race, he's going to be on older tires, but right now, he has come through the field leading the way.
Jace Hansen out in front of Ty Majeski. After charging his way up through the field, he's going to have about an 1/8 of a second lead as he concludes lap number 200 of the Snowball Derby. 1/3 of the distance to go, and the caution flag will wave for the 7th time this afternoon. 2nd time we've seen it for the competition. Caution, and Jace Hansen is in control.
Just talking to Cole Butcher's crew chief on sus, I said, did something break in the right rear? He said, no, we just had that flat tire. Now, when they stop, they had to take a 2-lap penalty. They have won that back, so Butcher's not done yet. He's going forward.
Butcher trying to come back to the field as we are back underway. Jace Hansen on a level playing field now with Ty Majeski, battling for the lead off 2. 92 laps to go in the Derby, and they're still wheel to wheel in turn 3 for the lead.
Derek Thorne snuck back out on the racetrack, might be coming back to the pits. Leading the lap will be Ty Majeski. Did they make this car better on the short run? Will he be able to exit stage right and leave the field? Jace Hansen hanging on in 2nd. Prefer to be in the 3rd position for that restart. This would give him outside of row number 2. Makes the move around
In
Plymouth.
trouble, Noah Gregson spins off turn 4, and that will draw the caution that Nassi and company were looking for.
Right here in your top 6, only one of them has gone to Snowball Victory Lane with the Tom Dawson Trophy. 22 to go, coming to 21. Ty Majeski leads us to the green.
Honeycutt follows, looks to the inside, contact between the top two. Majeski will save. Honeycutt to the lead on the exit of 2.
Honeycutt with the restart of the race. Majeski goes to give it back. Something we've seen with Chandler Smith and Derek Thorne. Now here in 2024, Caden Honeycutt now back on the offense into 1.
And Honeycutt was trying to shut the door before Nasty got there. Nasty gets jacked up by Hansen. Honeycutt back to the rear bumper of Majeski and to the inside for the lead in 3.
Battle for the lead, battle for third. Nasty up the track, back for the 3rd spot. Majeski trying to give just enough room for Honeycutt, but trying to keep him slowed down as well. New leader in turn 2. Honeycutt takes it back.
Caden Honeycutt already knows what his plans are for 2025. Carson, you already alluded to it as Campy continues to cheer on Nasty. That time around 0.8 of a second the gap before Honeycutt embarks on his first full-time foray in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. He wants to take the Tom Dawson Trophy and 50 grand along with him. 3 to go.
He's closing the gap by about 1/10 a lap, but he's running out of laps. He's down to 3 is Nasty. That time he took 2/10 off of it. It's 0.6 of a second. Honeycutt just has to be smooth. Barring a big mistake, I think he's on his way to a Derby victory.
2 laps to go for Caden Honeycutt. That time Nasty much quicker. It's down to 0.4 of a second. Honeycutt is going to have to be perfect in the final stretch to what would be the biggest win of his career, with the most determined driver in the field trying to get there.
Nobody using the seat they paid for. Everybody standing up, including the crew on the right side. Adam, to you.
Honeycutt with a 2-car length lead. Nasty closes. Will he have enough room to make the contact down in turn 3 to try to move him over? Makes a hard run into the corner. Comes up short off of turn 4. Career victory for Caden Honeycutt. The Snowball Derby is his.
First time ever a driver from the state of Texas has won the Snowball Derby. And look at the crew celebrating the effort for Caden Honeycutt after Stephen Nasty gave it everything in the final turn.